Shalom Aleichem, everybody, and welcome. I have a very chashuv guest. His name is Rabbi Nachum Mendel Brent, Brent Yidish Fire, and he has something to show you. He's going to show you something that he put in schwitz and blood. And those are two new hard-covered books. One is called Prayer Points, and one is called Tehillim Points. Insights and davening insights and Tehillim that we hope will enhance your lebedekeit, your fire, your Sebrenta fire, while you daven and while you learn. And I figured while he was kind enough to meet me here, and it's the last day of Hanukkah, we'll do the Parsha video together. It says in Chassidish Svarim that Hanukkah is the Yom Tov that's smack in the middle of the winter. And it's interesting to note that from all the Yom Tovim we have, the ones that are in Torah, Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, we're not able to fulfill properly because we don't have a Beis Hamikdash, so we can't do the carbon. The ones that the Rabbanan make, Purim and Hanukkah, those are the ones that you go through a checklist and you're able to fulfill everything about the mitzvah properly, from head to toe. So, from the two of Purim and Hanukkah, Hanukkah is the last one before the Yidden went into Galus, because the Eibishter gave us within the Yom Tov of Hanukkah the strength how to survive through the Galus. That spreading light and positivity and warmth is what will keep us going, keep us in survival during the times of the Galus. So there's a mashal that said that's why Hanukkah is smack in the middle of the winter. There's a set of two women were fighting over a chicken. Who does the chicken belong to? And each one was schlepping it with a string this way, that way. So they came to the Rav, and the Rav said, no problem, you have a shayla who it is. Please, both of you, take your hands off the string and untie the string, and let me see. They both untied the string, and suddenly you saw to where the chicken ran to which one of the women the chicken ran to. The Rav says, that must be the true balabas. That's the true owner. And it says that's what Hanukkah is all about. You know, a whole year we're so bothered with hustle and bustle, parnasa, and this, each one with their issues. We have some time during the smack in the middle of the year, and even every week, sometime on Shabbos, during Shabbos time. In winter, we have a Hanukkah time where it says, slow down. Let's see what happens when you have a day off. Let's see what happens when you release the yoke from amongst you. Where would you go? And of course, you didn't run to do Torah mitzvahs. You didn't do spread light. And that's what Hanukkah is all about. And that's what, as mentioned before, spreading light and spreading warmth and spreading heat is going to keep the fire burning, sebrent, to survive during the months of the years of the Galus, Rahman al-San, hopefully till very soon till Mashiach comes. What does it have to do with this week's Parsha? This week's Parsha, we have a couple of lessons that we could learn from the time that we see the famous story that Yosef reveals himself to his brothers, and eventually he sees his father. He sees his father after many, many, many years. Let's talk about a couple of the interesting points that are discussed in this dramatic event. First of all, we all know that Yosef sent, when he reveals himself to his brothers, he goes ahead and sends wagons full of stuff to go bring his father. And he tells them, Al tirgazu b'derech. Al tirgazu b'derech, don't fight, don't discuss any matters of Torah during the way, because if you want to get to the other place, you might get in a deep discussion, you'll get lost in the way. Don't fight in any halacha, just travel. And I saw some Mefarshim ask, why did Yosef tell that to his brothers, yet Yaakov, when he sends his sons to go to Mitzrayim, he doesn't tell them, hey, listen, while you're traveling, don't get in any discussion of Torah. Over there, he says, go ahead. He doesn't give them any instructions. Yosef had to tell his brothers not to study. And I saw an interesting answer. Proper studying you could only have when your mind is clear, when you're fully dedicated. You can't be tired, hungry. When Yosef was sending off his brothers to bring their father, they were already full. Yosef filled them up with all goodies. So they were able to study. Yosef says, if you're going to start studying, you're going to end up in the Hotzenplatz. When Yaakov sent his sons to pick up Yosef, when Yaakov sent his sons to Mitzrayim because there was a hunger, there was a hunger. When there's a hunger, you couldn't think straight. You couldn't think straight. There's no problem of learning Torah because there wouldn't be it wouldn't divert you from what you have to do. So eventually, Yaakov is brought to meet his son Yosef, and it's a very interesting episode. What happens? Yosef and Yaakov meet after many, many years. They don't see each other. You'd think the emotions were flying high. So it says, Yosef hugged Yaakov, and Yaakov was busy saying Shema. Yaakov was busy saying Shema. I don't get it. If it's time to say Shema, just like Yaakov said Shema, Yosef should said Shema. So one of the commentaries says that for Yosef, he was also saying Shema. But Yosef, when he saw his father, there's a concept of Yiras Hashem, Yiras HaKavod, the honor and fear for your father. So Shema, you're not allowed to interrupt for anything. But Nehayira, for fear, if you see a king, you're allowed to interrupt. So Yosef was saying Shema, but he stopped. Yaakov wasn't able to stop because he didn't have that Yira for his son. So therefore, Yaakov continued saying Shema, and he didn't let his emotions overrun him. Now, that was one of the reasons. Then it says that Yosef says to his father, Yosef says to his brothers, tell our father not to worry of who I am. Samani Elikim, that Hashem, Baruch Hashem, placed me as a master over here, as a leader in the community. What did he mean to say? So I think it's the Rishner says a very beautiful pshat. If Yaakov is worried if I'm still religious, Samani, tell our father, Samani, that he made me, that I am made here in the Mitzrayim. What's my job? Elekim b'chol haaretz. I spread Yiddishkeit, I spread godliness. I'm still the same religious Jew that I left you. Samani, I am made, my job, my sole purpose is Elekim b'chol haaretz, that I spread Yiddishkeit amongst everything. And it ain't easy. And he says, tell our father of all kvedi, all my honor. That's the simple pshat. Kaved also means hardship. This that I have, despite that I'm in Mitzrayim, and I am in Erevas Haaretz, my mission is to spread Yiddishkeit, spread godliness. That's kaved. Kvedi over here doesn't mean honor. It means it is very, very schwer, but I'm doing it anyways. And the famous mashal I just heard lately, which will summarize this point, is I heard somebody even make a song about this, that Reb Reuven Dunin, the Mashpia, once said that the Avodas Hashem today is like riding a bicycle. What's the connection to riding a bicycle? When one rides a bike and he sees that he's sweating, that's a proof that he's going uphill. When a person rides a bike and it's going very easy, that's a sign that he's going downhill. When things are difficult, that means you're going in the right direction. And this is what Yosef was telling his father. Yes, I'm in Mitzrayim, but I'm still the same Yosef as I was as I left you. And Samani Elikim, my job is to spread Yiddishkeit, to spread Elikus in Eretz Mitzrayim. And I know it's difficult, but I'm still the same Yosef.